At the start of the story, we see an American football match, where in the VIP stands, a man named Nicky was sitting comfortably with his girlfriend Jess. The match was going on, but Nicky's attention was more on the crowd than on the game. He saw a beautiful girl getting up from her seat and leaving, and right then, a mischievous idea struck his mind. He made a small bet with Jess that let's see how many people will turn around to look at that girl. A man sitting there, Liu Yang, said that he also wanted to take part in the bet, to which Nicky agreed. Everyone put a fun bet of $10, and the counting began. When the girl walked out of the stands, in the end, the total count came out that 7 people had turned around to look at her. Jess had guessed the closest number, so she won the bet. Liu Yang, without any hesitation, paid the money and then said let's start the next round. This time the bet was about who would make the next foul. Jess said that she was out because she had no knowledge of this game. But Nicky jumped in on the bet and put $1,000 on the line. As soon as the whistle blew, the referee signaled a foul. And the team Nicky had bet on turned out to be correct. He won the bet and pocketed the money. Even after losing, Liu Yang became even more excited. He said this time let's put $5,000 on the line. The question now was, would they pass the ball or run with it? Nicky hesitated a little at betting $5,000. But finally, he agreed. Liu Yang guessed they would run, and Nicky said they would pass. And as soon as the whistle blew, the player really started running with the ball. Because of that, Nicky lost $5,000 now. Nicky then decided, no worries, $5,000 is gone, let's stop here. And he asked Jess to go out for a coffee. But Liu Yang insisted. He said, you're sitting in the VIP lounge, you have money, what's $5,000 for you? Play one more round, this time for $10,000. And finally, Nicky agreed. Now the bet was whether the next pass would be completed successfully or not. Nicky predicted yes, the pass would be successful. But the other team intercepted the pass midway. Now Nicky had lost $15,000. While taking out the money, Nicky looked a little disturbed. He thought for a moment and then said, right, this time let's put $50,000 on it. Hearing this, Jess was shocked. But Nicky looked angry. At this moment, luck was not on his side. He lost the next bet again. Because of that, he had to give another $50,000. Now Jess told him to stop immediately. But Nicky's anger and ego were overpowering him. Without thinking, he placed the next bet, this time for $100,000. Liu Yang mocked him and asked if he even had that much money. Without saying much, Nicky placed a whole bundle of cash on the table. Now Liu Yang also got excited. Nicky bet that the next pass would be intercepted, it wouldn't be completed. But this time, the pass was successful. Nicky had now lost hundreds of thousands of dollars. He couldn't understand how to get out of this mess. Jess was also shocked at his behavior. But now the game had reached an intense level. Nicky said, I have $1 million left. Let's put it all in and see who wins. This time, the decision would be made with playing cards. Since Liu Yang was continuously winning, he had gone crazy with happiness. He looked at Nicky as if he were an ATM machine. Liu Yang drew his card, it was a 5 of spades. Now Nicky only had to draw a card bigger than 5. The chance of winning was very high. Nicky picked a card and turned it over with full confidence. But it turned out to be a 3 of clubs. Seeing this, Jess immediately fell off her chair. When Nicky had started playing, his mood was to just bet around $4,000. But now he had lost more than $1 million. Which is almost 9 crore rupees. After this shameful defeat, he had nothing left to say. So, silently, he held Jess's hand and started leading her out. He was very sad. But Liu Yang kept taunting him even more. He said, this is what happens when you play against a master. Liu Yang himself got a little confused. He said, this feels like some kind of mind-reading trick. It seemed like Liu Yang was digging his own grave. He even started suspecting that maybe Nicky was cheating. To clear his doubt, Nicky said, fine, I won't guess this time. Jess will guess. Jess looked at Nikki angrily. She couldn't understand what was really going on. What are the chances that in such a huge crowd, the jersey number I say will turn out to be the one? Saying this, she was about to leave. But Liu Yang's security guard stopped her from going. And a small scuffle happened between them. Jess calmed herself down a little. Nikki told her just look around the ground. And say the number that feels like yours. Liu Yang picked up the binoculars and chose a player. After that, Jess took the binoculars and scanned the whole field. Everywhere she saw jersey numbers. How to guess? Then suddenly her eyes fell on a familiar face. And she remembered Nikki's words, that say the number that feels like your own. Their friend Farhad was wearing the jersey with number 55. Jess understood that this was all a part of Nikki's plan. She said number 55, and it turned out to be exactly correct. Liu Yang was stunned by her answer. Even Jess for a moment wondered how Nikki already knew that Liu Yang would choose that number. But at this time, none of that mattered. They had won the bet. So they made a profit of $1 million and got all their lost money back. Carrying 2 big bags full of cash, they walked out of the stadium. In the car, Nikki told Jess that everything was part of their plan. They had been tracking Liu Yang for a long time. In fact, Liu Yang was notorious in high society for his gambling addiction. Whatever bet was put in front of him, he would jump into it. Nikki's team had created this entire setup. As soon as Liu Yang stepped out of his hotel room, the number 55 was planted in his subconscious mind. Even the label pin on the security guard had 55 written on it. On the way to the stadium, the signboards also had the same number. And they not only showed him that number, but also made him hear it. While coming to watch the match, they played a song in his car. That song had the sound 55 repeated 124 times. Because of that, Liu Yang's mind kept getting drawn toward that number. Along with that, he was also shown a photo of Farhad, which created a visual memory. So, when he looked through the binoculars, his mind naturally went toward number 55. And as soon as Jess saw Farhad, she said 55. Jess had not been told anything beforehand. So that throughout the game her expressions would remain completely genuine, and no one would suspect them. After hearing all this, Jess was fully impressed with Nikki. After this, the story takes us back to a few days earlier. And her guess was absolutely correct.